This is Audio Addict in Easton, interviewing Dan Parkinson from Somewhere Between Here and the Stereo. Welcome.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Not bad, thank you. New EP.
Yeah, well, it's not an EP now, it's an album. I was going to make an EP, but I thought I'd just take the time and write 5 or 6 more songs, and it's taken too long, in my opinion. But I've done it now. And
so how many songs are there in total then?
there's 10, and then there's one sort of, I'm going to call it a bonus track because it doesn't really fit with the album.
Yeah.
And so that, yeah, there's 11, I suppose, but 10 on the actual album and the bonus one.
So Stories You Only Hear in the Morning. That was your first one.
That was the first one, yeah.
Okay, how's this one different? First of all, what's the title?
This one's called Hey, What's the Address for Home? And this is, the first EP was just like I don't know, really just like a flavour of what I wanted to do. Some of the songs I still use, a couple of them I don't anymore. And this one's just more sort of homely, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sort of, because I write about stories, it's sort of like...
From your hometown, you mean?
Yeah. Sort of like, the first EP was like kind of about girls, you know, the typical singer-songwriter thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm sort of writing about friends, gone off the whole girl, singing about a girl thing.
Yeah. And as I understand, it's all self-recorded, self-funded.
Yeah, it's all done in my room. Everything's from the artwork to, you know, the last chord is all me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're effectively the sound engineer for the album.
Yeah, basically doing everything in my room.
So what's that like?
It's quite hard because when you hear something enough, you just think, yeah, that's fine. Like when you record something and you listen to it and you go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then you come back to it like the next day and listen to it and you go, actually, that's a bit rubbish.
So you're a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I didn't think I would be. I thought I'd be like record it 4 times and then just pick the best one out of them.
Yeah.
But I'm not at all.
So are there any things that are left in that you think add to the organic, aspect of the album?
Yeah, well, there's a song where I basically at the end of it I just shout. I just shout this lyric over and over again, and that I just kind of recorded once because I thought, because it's not singing, because there's no tune to it, you may as well just record that once, and whatever comes out I've kept. And yeah, that's.
So I understand you're in a band as well, Rupture Farms.
Yeah, in Rupture Farms. Hasn't really done much lately because our bassist goes to uni in Cheltenham.
All right.
We can't really get stuff done, so that's why I focus more on this.
Yeah.
And I've just started a sort of blues jazz trio sort of upstairs, just an instrumental thing, just with some guys from uni.
Okay. So how's Rupture Farms different? I mean, I'm guessing it's a lot heavier. Than the sort of solo stuff that you do.
Yeah, it's a lot sort of more. I don't write the lyrics or anything to that. I just write the music, but it is a lot different. Whereas Somewhere's more country sort of folk, I'd say. I hate them terms though, country and folk, because it sort of implies you sound like Bob Dylan or someone, or Garth Brooks, which I don't at all. But so that's the closest thing. Whereas Rupture Farms is more sort of, it's not really metal or anything like that. It
sounds like medieval.
Yeah, we've been quoted as Tudor rock.
They're awesome.
Archery rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's quite
So I'm guessing it's a lot nicer to have the control over your songs and the creative aspect of your songs and where the direction of the songs in your solo work. Other than within the band, you've got the conflict between lyrics. You don't do the lyrics, you said. So it's a lot nicer to be able to.
Yeah. It's good that I can sort of separate them like that. I don't have to think, is this song going to be alright for Somewhere or Rupture? I don't. So it's quite good like that.
Okay. So going back to influences for songs, your songs are like stories.
Yeah.
Going back to that, hometown lyrics then. Is that where you got the title, What's the Address for Home? I mean, where did you get the title from?
Well, basically, when I moved to Southampton, my mum and her boyfriend and my sister, they all moved house as well. So I lived with them, and then I moved out, and then a couple of months later, they moved again to this new house, and I didn't have a room there. So basically, I live here now. I can't really call that my home.
Yeah.
And I remember texting my sister once saying, because I wanted to send something to my mum, I'd send my passport or something, and I text my sister saying, "Hey, what's the address for home?" And I remember thinking, what sort
your
of,
own house?
I was like, what sort of weird question is that to ask someone? Like, you don't even know your own home address.
So, that's quite nice. So it's kind of like a sort of lost feeling to it.
Yeah.
Not sure where your base is.
Yeah, and the album cover is actually it's a cartoon picture of a house with a real picture of me standing in front of it to sort of represent, like, you know, home doesn't really feel real to me anymore.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
kind
I
of
mean?
like a window to reality rather than. Excellent. Okay, so do you play around Southampton a lot? I mean, have you got any gigs coming up?
Yeah,
anything planned?
I've got a few gigs coming up. I got one with one of the girls from Robots in Disguise. It's called Sue and the Unicorn. She asked me to play the Railway with her. And I got the Lights in Andover and the Rhubarb, I think, I've got coming up as well.
Okay.
But I'm mainly focusing on trying to get the album out at the minute. I don't really if someone rang me up and said, "Do you want to play a gig?" I'd probably do it. But I'd rather focus on, you know, sit down every evening and work on the album.
Yeah, and then when that's done, you can.
Yeah, and then when that's done, I'm going to book a tour going up to. I'm going to go up to Scotland because my cousin lives up there, so I'm going to go get some gigs up there, and then on my way back, just get some gigs coming back down.
Excellent. So how do you plan to get your album onto people's iPods?
Well, I think you can set up a PayPal thing on MySpace. I need to look into it more. But you can get, so they sort of they pay the money into the PayPal thing, and then you send the album out to them. But as opposed to like advertising, obviously I'm gonna have to do all that myself as well. So that's gonna
cost you a bit.
Yeah. Bunts.
Bit of bunts.
But, well, I can always put like posters around here, but you can't just put up a poster and expect people to go, yeah, I'll buy that. No, they don't know what you sound like.
You've got to, I suppose, you've got to make them want to hear you, and that'll come from gigging.
Yeah, I was maybe thinking of getting an EP sort of, and getting like one or two tracks, or maybe one track from the album and then like I know a few DJs that can like remix a track and maybe have that as a B-side and then give that away for free maybe.
Yeah.
And then so people listen to that and then sort of say, yeah, I'll have the album.
Okay.
You know?
So what's next?
What, for somewhere?
Yeah, I mean obviously you're finishing the album.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I'm finishing the album and then, well, like I said, I want to sort of get a tour booked, a little like 10-date tour, just going up and down the country.
Okay.
That'd be
fantastic.
That'd be great. That'd be a start, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us at Audio Addict.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
All the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.